Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about something that's kind of near and dear to my heart with the game The First Descendant. I really like this game. I want to make it a better place, and as I said before in prior videos, to make things better you have to give feedback. You can't just sycophant for a game, say, oh, there's nothing wrong with it, or just be a contrarian in the discussions or forums or Discord or wherever, saying and just praising the game. Things have to change. Nothing is ever perfect. So that said, I want to talk about, this is my ultimate character, Ajax. This is one example. I mean, any one of them can be an example, though. So, for example, let's go to the character selection, the Descendant selection. And inside here, I'll move this out of the way so you can see everything in there. So there is an ultimate Ajax, and then there is he's in the list here somewhere. Do we have to pull this over? There we go. So he's down there as well. So there is a base and an ultimate. Go, that's no problem, no problem here. See this? There's a 14 out of 14 limit. When you reach that, if I wanted 15 or another Descendant, here's what I have to do. Purchase slot. Hey, what do you know? It costs money too. Great. So I think it's 50 per, and that comes out to, let's see what the shop shows. So what if we were to buy some calibers, what it's called. So $2.50, $5 divided by 5 is what, $1 a piece. So it's $1 every time you want to expand a slot. Doesn't sound too bad, but it shouldn't cost anything. And that's kind of the point I'm coming to here. I don't like that they nickel and dime you, and this is the probably next on. But I don't like the nickel and diming for stuff like this, or even like if you go to the storage, it's the same thing. But I just want to focus really on the Descendant thing right now. But you can see the same thing in here. If I want to upgrade the storage, or is it my inventory? I guess the storage. I could swear you could upgrade this thing. Oh yeah, there it is, purchase slot. So if I want to do 10 more slots, $2.50. That's like $5 for 10 more slots. It's insane. Like 10, I was like maybe $1 for 10. That's crazy mode. So anyway, let's go back to what the video is actually about, the Descendants, and what I don't like about the system. I've been told, because I haven't played Warframe in years, but people say that in Warframe the way it works is you have your base, and then you work towards your ultimate, and when you do, it's the same type system in this. The ultimate is a whole different slot. And to me, I don't know if Warframe does the maximum Descendants or characters feature just like this game does. If it does, it's just as predatory. They're doing this for a reason. They want you to buy these slots, and they don't want these ultimates to overwrite their base units. Now here is the huge problem with this. So if I play, let's say I farmed out all these Sharon, Glaive, Freyna, Enzo, Bunny you pretty much get for free. Blair, I farmed all these out when I first started playing the game because I was like, oh, I want to play these guys, and then I'll just level them up, and then when the ultimate, when I get that, it'll just overwrite it, because that's logically how you think it would work. The ultimate will overwrite the base, and then we'll be good to go. Well, that's not how it works. Like I just explained, the base is a completely different character. So here's the thing. If I go to, let's go to my default Ajax, my non-ultimate, we'll go to the Descendant module, and inside here, I'll just throw this up here, you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe you get 1 or 2 that come with it, so you have to level your guy up or girl up to level 40, and then if I wanted to go to the next level or to add a slot here, so I'll go in here, module additional settings, assign module socket type, and then I would click this and then one of these, and then I would apply. I'm not going to do it, but I would apply the socket, because on a base, this is all wasted effort, all wasted. And then when you do that, you obviously can put more modules on your character, which thus makes them stronger. So obviously you want to be doing this as you go through the game, but the problem I'm bringing up is the base. When I do it with this, all your progress is saved, yes, but it does not work towards the overall progression of getting to the ultimate. So when you get the ultimate, let's go back over to the ultimate. Go to Descendants, G, go to the ultimate Ajax, and if you can remember, I don't, which module slots are which. I'll go back in here, go to assign, and these are probably all different from what I had on the regular Ajax because they are different. It doesn't carry over from the base to the ultimate. So in other words, if you wanted to, you could level up the base character all the way to to 40 and then reset with these crystallization catalysts every time, fill in all the slots, and then when you get the ultimate, you do the same thing, but nothing progresses from the base to the ultimate. And that's the big problem that I'm bringing up here. And then, another thing too, if I was on the regular Ajax, if I use the max capacity up, and these things are pretty dang rare, you can't see what it is here. Let's go to another character, and I'll show you what the item is. I think Freyna, I don't have it on, so we'll go here, go back to the inventory, module additional settings, max capacity up, and then if I wanted to, I could use an energy activator on her, and like I said, these are pretty rare. And it takes a lot of, look at all those mats it takes. The polyatomics, there's one good spot to farm those, and it takes a while. It's not super boring, but I mean, it's farming. But yeah, these things are super rare, and every character would need one. So if you were to use one on the base, guess what? You don't ever get this back. All the crystallization catalysts you use on a base, you never get them back. So what I'm suggesting is what they do is they either do one of two things. So you can, if we go back to Descendants, you can go to, let's go to the list.
Do as I say.
I could click on, say, Glay, for example, and there is a dismiss Descendant. I will not do this. I believe it deletes them, dismisses them. All progress is lost. No, all catalyzation crystals are lost. All the energy activator, if you have it on them, is lost. All progression is lost, and you get 200,000 gold, or whatever it's called in this game. I forget. I guess it's just gold. That's horrible. There's two ways to fix the problem with the ultimates. The first way is have the ultimate just be an upgrade, as it logically should be. So say, like when I have the Ajax, I farm all the parts, and let's go over and use the research. I'll show you that. Go over to the research area. And this is in the same thing. I could have just ran there. It probably takes just about the same amount of time, truthfully. But in here, there are different modules, or it's probably the wrong word for them. There are cells, there are, I'll just show you here in a second. So there is a catalyst, a stabilizer, cells, and you need each of these, and then you would also need, so let's say Glay, for example. I'm not going to build it, obviously. We'll go into the access list. So access info, this, Glay, you would also need code. So you need those 3 items plus a code to build the character. This takes time to get all this stuff. And not only that, you need these materials. It's not a small amount. 60 is not a small amount for something like that. We'll go back here, and how much does it cost? So if I were to build the stabilizer, 200,000. Gold is your super bottleneck in this game. You need all the gold you can get, because when you start upgrading modules, you go, oh, well, I got 10 million. That's a ton of gold. You can burn I think it's 5.1 million. Let's go take a look. I'll show you. It's like 5.1 million going from 1 to max for a red module. And obviously, I'm not going to enhance it, but I just want to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So let's pick one that's not enhanced. And then you don't have to enhance it every time. You just click this. Just click the plus. It'll show you what it's going to cost in the bottom there. So 5.155 million. Kuiper, this is not that bad. You can see I have a ton of this compared to, I'm always going to have a ton of this compared to gold. It'd be nice if there's some way to convert it, but anyway, gold is your super bottleneck. So 200,000 that you get for dismissing a Descendant is just ridiculous. It needs to be raised, and not only raised because the effort you put in getting to level 40, but also all the energy catalysts, and the activator you put on there, all need to be refunded to the player if you're going to dismiss it. That would be the fastest way to fix the problem. So if I were to click, Sharon or whatever, and do the dismiss, she's favorite, so I can't do it. But if I were to dismiss the Senate, I get all the catalysts, the activator, and then the gold too, before my effort for leveling her up. Maybe have a prorated system that based on the level, how much you get, how much gold you get. And I think 200,000 is a little low. maybe 500 to a million for the effort, I guess, because there are things tied to this too. So I think it's in here. Yes, in journal. If I go to the awards and I go to Descendants, to unlock some of these things, you do need to acquire the base version. You cannot complete this without acquiring the base version. So if you're like me and a completionist, I hate seeing things like that not lit up. I hate seeing numbers not being full. I want to see 43 out of 43 here, not 29 out of 43. And I know it's not going to get there unless the devs make a big change to the system. So again, to reiterate, there's two ways to do this. There's either in here, okay, well here's another one. So let's go through the first one again. The first one is, if I dismantle this, dismiss Descendant, I get gold. I would say like 1 million for being level 40, and then just prorate it down per levels. Do the math, and then however many catalysts are on them, as well as the energy activator, you get all that back to your inventory. Okay. Two, the second way to do this is to have this overwrite the base. So let's see, which one do I have? I guess I'll just go over. So if I had this, I use all the parts, all the code, all the cells, the stabilizer, whatever the other one was, and a spiral catalyst, and then it upgrades this. Now I can use the ultimate. I am now the ultimate version. However, I can use the regular skin. But I would say maybe the portrait changes to a degree, and you can't, I don't know if it's in here, but there's a portrait when you're playing with other people. It'll show like your character. You can tell if someone has a base or they have an ultimate up there. So, I mean, there's definitely ways to do this. Either way works, but I do think if you own the base at any point in time, the skin for the base should be choosable for the ultimate version that you have. So a good example would be Viessa. I hate this skin. I think this is god awful. However, I don't have the base Viessa, but I love her base version. I think it's a great looking skin. I would totally use this over using the ultimate. But I don't have that. Even if you have the ultimate, which I have, I don't have that choice. So I'll go to Viessa. And that's one more point to adding, either overriding or the dismissing. Whenever you unlock it, as the base, it should be usable on the ultimate or the base. And then maybe even vice versa. Well, I don't know why you would use a base, because supposedly the ultimates have better stats just by default. So you would never, once you have an ultimate, you'll never want to use a base anyway. It's completely pointless. So if that's the case, you should be able to use whichever skin you want. And let's see, let's go in here. So we got DS is out. We'll go to customize, skins, and this is probably a bad example because I don't have. Let's go to Ajax. Let's go to regular, or let's go to Ultimate Ajax. We'll go customize, skins, body skin, and it'll show you what you can put on, but you'll notice like there's no base skin in here. At least I don't see one. So you couldn't apply it. So they don't even have the option in the game. And here's another crappy thing is, when you have the ultimate skin, I can't color this thing. But I don't know why they chose, like, you can't color the base skin. It's only like skins that you buy you can color. It's kind of stupid, really. But anyway, I mean, that's the gist of the video. I want to make this, I would hope people understand how bad this system is for the game and for people, for me specifically. Progression is a huge thing. Like, I don't play Tarkov for a reason, because they have wipes every so often, and I hate games that have wipes. I hate the wiping of any of my progression. So it's like, why am I even playing this? Because it's all going away, basically. And I feel the same way playing these base characters. So I leveled all these up not knowing that the ultimate did not overwrite it. Because like I said, logically you would think that. So it was all wasted time, effort, materials, gold put into all this to do this. All that progression is gone and wasted.
Do as I say.
Because once I do get the ultimate, I have the ultimate delay, it's pointless. Unless they unlock the skin for the ultimate.
Hold on a little longer.
Base, which would be really nice. Yes, this system needs a revise. So please like the video, do like retweet or tweet the developers or something, or say something about it. Agree with it in the Steam forums. I have it in. Actually, I have a discussion for this. Let's see. Let's go to the Steam. I already have it pulled up. So I wrote this a while back, so July 16th, so like half a month ago. But it was basically, at the time, I didn't even know about the dismissing at the time. So I have edits in here, but basically everything I just went over is in this post, talking about the need to have an overwriting of from the ultimates to the bases, or the base turn into the ultimate, and then just have the skins available, vice versa. So show your support if you would. I appreciate it, and y'all have a good one. Cheers.